Waco Kid could have been a real killer. If you've watched the movie Blazing Saddles, which 15 out of 10 cannot recommend enough, you probably know that Richard Pryor was one of the screenwriters and was originally going to play Black Bart, ultimately played by Cleavon Little. But even if you knew Gene Wilder wasn't the original choice for the Waco Kid, do you know the man who was? His stage name was Gig Young, and I know him from this movie called Teacher's Pet, which I would highly recommend. Doris Day, Clark Gable, Mamie Van Doren, this guy. It's got the same problem as West Side Story. It's full of heart, but in trying to be current and including Puerto Rican characters... Oh yeah, in case you didn't already know, the Sharks in their original conception were not going to be Puerto Rican at all.
As the Broadway musical matured in the wake of World War II, issues like bigotry and racism were no longer entirely off limits. The director, Jerome Robbins, began working on a show called East Side Story, that featured a conflict between Jews and Gentiles.
Jerry Robbins came to Lenny Bernstein and me to do a contemporary version of Romeo and Juliet. One of the other was to be Catholic and Jewish, I forget which. And what finally happened was I realized it was A.B.'s Irish Rose set to music. That was an enormous hit in the Dark Ages with a Catholic girl and a Jewish boy. And so we dropped it.
Years later, East Side Story was transformed when the creative team found a way to project the fears and tensions of assimilation onto a new group of immigrants. With a score by Leonard Bernstein and lyrics by 27-year-old Stephen Sondheim, the show set to music the conflict between ethnic whites and Puerto Ricans finding their way in America.
They named a young Puerto Rican man Rosario. In Spanish, the nickname for Rosario is Charo.
Gucci showed me the way to the bank. We got Gucci all the way.
Except I had never looked up his IMDb page and found out how he died. I knew that he died young and had been an alcoholic, so I assumed it was cirrhosis of the liver and not murder-suicide. His wife was not even half his age, and they'd been married about a month. Why the fuck did you have to bring her into it, my guy? Otherwise, I could have felt sorry for you. Though honestly, I shouldn't be watching Clark Gable movies. Have you heard about his dealings with Loretta Young? So I have to be grateful that Gig Young was enough of a drunkard to get kicked off of Blazing Saddles. Otherwise,